Hi, my name is Melissa van Dijk, and in this video I'm going to show you how you can use an Alpha Arbutin Serum, which can be used daily in the morning and or evening. And Alpha Arbutin can help reduce the appearance of dark spots, such as dark spots caused by acne or age spots. And I'm going to show you a step-by-step application on my face so that you can see it visually when trying this out at home. Now, before that, I do want to quickly go over a morning and evening routine so that you have the order of application in mind and what's important to keep in mind when working with an Alpha Arbutin Serum. So, for your morning routine, what's important to do at first is washing your face with a suitable cleanser for your skin type and needs. Then you're going to move on to the application of your Alpha Arbutin Serum, either as a spot treatment or applied all over your face and neck. And after that, you're either going to use a moisturizer with SPF or just finish with a sunscreen afterwards. Sun protection during daytime when working with Alpha Arbutin is really important, since Alpha Arbutin can make the skin sensitive to the sun, and you're already dealing with hyperpigmentation. You want to reduce the look of your hyperpigmentation to achieve more of an even skin tone. You do not want to make it worse. Therefore, sun protection during daytime is key. And when it comes to your evening routine, all what basically changes is that you're not using a sunscreen in your evening routine. So again, you're washing your face with your cleanser, move on to the application of your Alpha Arbutin Serum, and then if needed, finish with a moisturizer that's suitable for your skin type. And that's basically an example of a morning as well as evening routine when trying this out at home. Now in this example, I'm going to keep my focus on a morning routine since sun protection is key, and this is also where I want to keep my focus on. So again, as for the first step, you're going to get started with washing your face with a suitable cleanser for your skin type and needs. This can be a gentle cleanser, this can be an exfoliating acid cleanser. In that specific sense, it does not matter, since it should work well for your skin type and your skin concerns. Make sure that the cleanser that you're using does not irritate the skin nor makes the skin feeling dry afterwards, but at the same time should be able to remove any excess oil, dirt and sweat from the skin. And in your evening routine, especially when wearing makeup and sunscreen, and those are stubborn to remove, then you may also need to switch the cleanser into a cleanser that's able to remove your sunscreen and makeup, so that you're making sure that you will have a freshly washed and clean face before moving on onto the application of your Alpha Arbutin Serum. And so in this example, I'm going to stick with Cetaphil's Gentle Foaming Cleanser, which is suitable for normal dry combination skin. If you have a different cleanser at home that works really well for you, go ahead and stick to that one. Just make sure that you're going to read on the back of the packaging on how you should use your cleanser, since the directions can change. You can go ahead and wash your face either above the sink or take the cleanser with you in the shower. Whatever works the best for you, go ahead and do so. Just make sure that you will have a freshly washed and clean face before moving on to the application of your Alpha Arbutin Serum. Now, with Cetaphil's Gentle Foaming Cleanser, I have to apply it on wet skin. So the first step that I'm going to do is now wetting my face and neck and hands with lukewarm water to warm water. And then I'm going to massage the cleanser onto the skin and later on again rinse it off with water. So let's go ahead and do this. Then use about 1 to 2 pumps, so about a coin size amount of your cleanser if you should have a gel or milk or balm cleanser. However, if you have a foaming cleanser, then you may need to use between 3 to 4 pumps. Use it in the palm of your hand, use your hands together and gently massage it all over your face and neck for about 30 seconds to a minute. So, and once you have massaged the cleanser all over your face and neck, you can go ahead and again rinse it off with lukewarm water to warm water. Now, in case you should have troubles removing a cleanser properly from the skin, then you can go ahead and use a fresh washcloth in between, which you're going to wet, and this can help you to remove the cleanser a bit better. So now go ahead and take a fresh towel and pat the skin dry. So now once you're done with washing your face, you can immediately move on to your Alpha Arbutin Serum. Now I have two examples right here. I have the ordinary Alpha Arbutin or the one from the Inkies list. And both of them include 2% of Alpha Arbutin. However, if you should have an Alpha Arbutin Serum at home from a different brand, go ahead and use that one. I'm going to give you a general guide on how you can work with an Alpha Arbutin Serum. And so you can either use it as a spot treatment or apply it all over your face and neck, which mainly depends on how much hyperpigmentation you have. So if you only have a few spots, as I do have myself as well, then you probably just want to use it as a spot treatment. However, if you have hyperpigmentation quite all over your face, maybe your neck as well, then it's best to apply it all over, since using it as a spot treatment can be quite time consuming. And so therefore it's important that you're going to stick to the application method that works best depending on how much hyperpigmentation you have. Now only stick to one of them, either use it as a spot treatment or use it all over your face and neck. And I'm going to show you now in this video both application methods so that you can see it visually, and then also a general guide of how much you need to use of your Alpha Arbutin Serum when applying it all over your face and neck. So I want to get started with a spot treatment. And in this example, I'm going to stick with the ordinary Alpha Arbutin. So when using it as a spot treatment, you do not need to use a lot of product. So basically use about a drop in the palm of your hand. And also if you should feel the need of using a bit more, you always can add a drop more to it, which of course depends on how large the hyperpigmentation areas may be. And then take a Q-tip and basically dip your Q-tip into the Alpha Arbutin. And then just use it as a spot treatment on basically the areas where you also have hyperpigmentation or like dark spots due to your acne. And once you have applied it on those specific spots, since you're using it as a spot treatment, give it about 30 seconds to a minute, maybe a bit longer, so that you can see that it can absorb into the skin, and then move on to the next step. However, if you're using your Alpha Arbutin all over your face, maybe your neck as well, then I now want to share with you an overall guide so that you get an idea of how much you need to use. So if you should have an Alpha Arbutin Serum that comes with a pipette, then use between 2 to 3 drops for your face and neck if it has like a thicker, stickier texture. Because if you're going to use more than that, then it can become quite sticky and uncomfortable fairly quickly and may also lead to pilling. However, if you should have an Alpha Arbutin Serum that has a thinner, runnier texture, then you may want to use between 2 to 5 drops so that you still are using enough to evenly cover it all over your face and neck. If you should have an Alpha Arbutin Serum that comes with a pump, use between 1 to 2 pumps. Start off with 1 pump, see how far you can blend it, and if that shouldn't be enough, you always can add another pump to it. However, if you also should have an Alpha Arbutin Serum that comes in a tube, then use about a pea-size amount and evenly blend it all over. Now, when applying your Alpha Arbutin Serum all over your face and neck, make sure that you're going to evenly apply it. Please do not use it on top of your eyelids. Please do not get it into your eyes, and do not use it on top of the lips. But other than that, you're fine to blend it all over. You can also use it on the eye contour to basically brighten it, or if you should have some dark spots right here, to fade them away, to reduce the appearance of them. And so I'm going to stick still with the ordinary Alpha Arbutin, and for the overall application I'm going to stick with 3 drops. Now, when applying Alpha Arbutin all over your face and neck, you can either use a few drops in the palm of your hand or on your fingertips, or immediately place it on your face and then start blending it all over. So, and once you have applied your Alpha Arbutin, now in this specific case all over your face and neck, then give it about 30 seconds to a minute so that it can absorb into the skin. Make sure that it feels kind of dry, so that you feel like there's no strange layer on top of the skin surface, that it shouldn't feel sticky. If that should be the case, try to reduce the amount of product, because then this basically means you have used a bit too much of it. So you need to adjust the amount of product that you're going to use to make sure that it feels comfortable on the skin yet that you're using enough to evenly apply it. And so once you have applied it, you're going to leave it on the skin. There's no need to wash it off. So if you're going to use Alpha Arbutin in the morning, then you're going to leave it on the skin for the entire day until nighttime when washing your face anyway. If you're going to use it in your evening routine, then you're going to leave it on the skin for the entire night, and when waking up the next morning and washing your face anyway, this is when you're going to rinse it off. And so this is what I mean by leaving it on the skin. There's no need to wash it off. So once you're done with the application of your Alpha Arbutin Serum, and this is going to be your morning routine, then it's important to work with sun protection. So I did already emphasize this. And when working with either a moisturizer that already includes SPF or just a sunscreen, use about half a teaspoon to a teaspoon for your face and neck and evenly apply it all over. Make sure that you're going to apply your sunscreen or moisturizer with SPF 10 to 15 minutes before sun exposure, and don't forget to reapply throughout the day if you have sweat a lot, if you went for a swim, where the sunscreen can potentially wear off, so that you can keep the protection going. However, in the evening there's no sunscreen needed, only during daytime. And in case you should stay the entire day at home and you're not sitting the entire day in front of the window, there's also no sunscreen needed. However, when sitting the entire day in front of the window, I recommend wearing sun protection. And so I have a moisturizer with SPF or a sunscreen. It won't change on how much you're going to use. Still stick to half a teaspoon to a teaspoon for your entire face and neck. Make sure that you're choosing your sunscreen or moisturizer with SPF that's suitable for your skin type. So probably if you have dry skin, you want to look into a moisturizer with SPF. However, if you have normal to oily skin, using a moisturizer with SPF may not be needed. Isn't wrong to do so. However, you can go ahead and just stick to a sunscreen as well. So I'm going to use as a sunscreen, I have my teaspoon right here, and use about half a teaspoon to a teaspoon for your entire face and neck. About that much. Then use it in the palm of your hand. Using a teaspoon in the beginning when being new to the amount of sunscreen can really help. However, once you know how much sunscreen you need, using a teaspoon isn't necessary. Use it between your hands and evenly apply it all over your face and neck. Don't forget around your eyes, your ears, and if you can, blend it further down to your décolletage as well. So now once you have applied your sunscreen all over, you're going to leave it on the skin. There's no need to wash it off. Now I want to quickly remind you again, use enough sunscreen. Make sure that you can evenly apply it and blend it all over. If you feel like you have used a bit too much of it, reduce it by the next time. If you feel like you haven't used enough of it, use a bit more so that you can evenly protect the skin during daytime. Now sunscreen is only necessary during daytime. Again, in the evening there is no sunscreen needed. However, depending on your skin type and needs, you may want to replace your sunscreen step with a moisturizer and then use about a pea-sized amount, more or less, and apply it all over your face and neck. Now when using a moisturizer, make sure that it's suitable for your skin type and feels comfortable on the skin. And there you have an example of an evening routine as well. Now this is what I wanted to share with you. I do hope that you enjoyed this video, that you find it helpful, and that you now know how you can properly use your Alpha Arbutin Serum at home. If you enjoyed this video and you find it helpful, please don't forget to give the thumbs up as well as share it. And thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon in the next one. Happy skin caring. Bye!